Hello everyone and welcome back to another soldering video. So right here we have an HD4350 and this is one of the cards that are theoretically approved for Cheapaz chips round 2. Now this is not gonna be the card that I'm probably gonna run because this is a DDR2 card and I did not pay attention to that because these cards are also available in DDR3 and I think even GDDR3, though I'm not entirely sure if... Like, I've been looking for GDDR3 cards and they also just say DDR3 on their sticker. So either the GDDR3 cards are super rare or they're both the same thing. Like, I mean, not literally there are different specs, but like maybe it just says DDR3 on the sticker when it's actually GDDR3. Whatever. So right here we have a card and we're gonna Voltmod this today. So that includes a core volt mod and a memory volt mod. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing this completely blind. Like, I have not even taken this card apart before, which I'm gonna do right now. And then I'm basically gonna figure out how to mod this card live. And I thought it might be interesting to for you to follow along since yeah, I don't think I've done... Oh, how am I supposed to press that pin down? Oh my god. I'm sure this heatsink works great for a passive one, but damn, is it ever. Yeah, this is not good. Can I like... Yeah, that's not gonna work. I need something to press this thing down with. Oh, this is already going beautifully. Oh man, who designed this heatsink? Did it even work? No, it didn't. It didn't even work. Is there no better thing that I could use? Oh man. Who designed this heatsink? I'm just gonna make the two easy ones first. Uneven pressure be damned. Like, these thins shouldn't exist. Then I could just easily get in there. Come on, there we go. Okay. That's about as boring as it could get. This might be the exact same VRM setup that I have on the other card. This is not the only one I have, I also have a Sapphire one. That one has the water block on it though, so I can't really show it right now. This one's on Hynix memory, the other one is on Infineon. I think Infineon means Qimonda VRAM, and I've heard that one's awful. This one is Hynix, which might also be awful. It is rebranded to ATI though. Just says ATI in the memory chip. Okay, now the heatsinks off. Clean the thermal paste off. That's not thermal paste, that's thermal concrete. Oh my god. This just doesn't come off, does it? Well, guess who's gonna have awful contact? Okay, I'll figure that out later. Yeah, let's just... Can we get rid of the VGA port for better visibility? Like, can we just unscrew that? Yeah, it does come off. Okay, that's much better. So we have MOSFETs, inductors, capacitors on the front, no control chips, it seems. And I'm gonna get the camera a bit closer so you can see better. It is kind of late in the evening already, so the lighting isn't the best. So that means everything should be on the back. So I guess that's our memory controller then. And then we have these 3 potential controllers. I think that's the one. That's probably the BIOS chip, and then that might be a linear regulator. It's a UP something. That is a... Actually, that's hard to read. Can I... No, that doesn't help. I think it's also UP something. Let's just confirm that this is the BIOS chip. Is that the BIOS chip? Oh, these markings are really hard to read. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem because I can't really read any of the markings. So let me get a light somewhere. Oh, I had a light somewhere here. Where did I put it? Okay, I'm gonna pause the video, find out where the... Well, actually, usually on these 8-pin NCs, pin 6 is the feedback pin. I still want to look at the datasheet and confirm it though. So I'll cut the video right here. I'll look at those a bit more closely, and then once I find the datasheet for these, we're gonna go. Okay, I looked at the datasheet, and both of these, so this one and this one, they are UP6101 BU8s. And as suspected, the feedback pin is in fact pin number 6. So what we want to do is, might be a little bit hard to see, but there's a marking here, and that means that this one is pin 6. Should be right, yeah? Wait, never mind, it's wrong. Yeah, I read it wrong. Pin 6 is actually this one. And then for the other controller, which is the same one, feedback is that pin. Which makes sense, they go into a resistor array, which is what the feedback pin usually does. So now we get our multimeter and check the resistance. Find out what kind of potentiometer we want. Okay. That's 9 kilo ohms. And the memory, that's 4.5 kilo ohms. Okay, it's actually different resistances, even though it's the exact same. Well, I mean, different output voltages. I don't actually know what the default output voltage for this is. So, let me just get my calculator. Oh, come on. My old smartphone is so slow. But I need the new one for recording. Where's the calculator? So you wanted 200 kilo ohm, a 200K potentiometer for our core. That's quite fun. I'm gonna open the window, it's getting hot in here. Sorry if you hear any sounds from outside. Also, when I'm soldering, I wanna open the window anyway because of the fumes. So that's 500, 50K, 100, 2K, 500K, 1K, 20K, 10K. Is that 200K or 200? That's 5K. I'm not entirely sure if that's a K or an R. Let's just check. What's the... It says 201. That's 200. So we actually have to... Oh, I just use a 100K. Do I even have a 100K? I didn't pay attention. Do I even have 100Ks? No, I have 50Ks and 500Ks. So that kind of sucks. I don't really have the fitting one. I don't really have a... So I'm gonna use 500K, and then I guess for the other one I don't really have a different choice either. Because that one's gonna be 100K that I need, right? 4. Yeah, or 90K. Actually, I could use a 50K for the other one. I'm just gonna put in a switch because my... Actually, let's just use 50K for everything. Like, the default core voltage on this is 1.1 volts. It's not that I wanna run this in like 1.2. I'm gonna be running this at like 1.4. So let's just use a 50K. The lowest voltage I can put in is gonna be rather high in that case. But I mean, we're gonna run that anyway. So 503s, yep. So I need a cable and another cable, and I need my multimeter again. And now we just turn the potentiometers to max on the one side that we want. We have 50K. And the other one, alright, now they are done. Okay. We already know where one side of the Voltmod goes. Now we just need to find a convenient ground point. I guess just use capacitors. So the middle between these two, so the middle two here are ground on these. Guess I could just use that. And then for the memory, is there even a capacitor? Yeah, there is a capacitor for the memory. That's the lowest, the lower one is ground. Okay, let's do red wire to fit this PCB. Actually, I can put the... Yes, I'm just gonna leave the VGA port off, and then I'm just gonna hot glue the mods here. So I need to put in my hot glue gun so it heats up. I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, and meanwhile we will do our soldering. Actually, it doesn't need that long of a wire, so I'm gonna I'm gonna put the memory one like here, and then the core one here. I think this would be better. So we need like not very long cables for this. I always leave a little bit of slack. And then for the ground one we need like this much. For the memory, that's like nothing. Yeah. Oh, there's a missing cap that we... Oh, that's probably input filtering though. That's not really that important. I mean, the actual card, like this one's just gonna be a test card where I just figure out like how the core scales. The memory volt mod's just for fun. Yeah, the 1K was gonna be super short. It's like a little doopy. And then the ground one is gonna go down here. It's gonna be about this length. All right. Okay, is the hot glue gun hot? A little bit. So yeah, it's gonna be enough. The other one, I want to put like here. Okay, this is gonna be interesting getting to that pin. Not gonna be impossible, it's gonna be a bit fiddly. And I would appreciate having a bit more light here. If I just could hold my other phone like that. Can I do like something super janky and just like put it down? Is that gonna hold? I hope it is. It's resting on my current phone right now. So let's... Okay, this one didn't hold. That one's garbage. I have to redo that one. Now it should be all right. Okay, so we have our potentiometers. So let's get to soldering. I need flux and I need solder. On these big ones, I just solder directly to the pins. So, you're probably not gonna be able to see that much, but you're seeing what pin I'm putting it on. I want to stick that well. Okay, now it does. Not that too. I'm not too confident in that bond though. Only a. Better redo that one. That's a good one. Okay, that one's on. Let's redo that one. It would maybe have been helpful to put this one onto the preheat, though the why am I even doing it with the tweezers? It's not. PCB is not that big, like that thermally heavy anyway. Would help with like solder joints like this one, because this one's a capacitor leg. It's relatively heavy thermally. It's still on though. That's fine. Okay, we should be just fine. Yeah, we don't have a yeah, we are. I should have included a switch. Oops. Where do I even have my switches? Where did I put them here? Oh, there they are. Yeah, it would be wise to include a switch, because especially Hynix chips, I don't know about these DDR2 ones, but Hynix chips sometimes really don't like being overvolted and just kind of stop working. And because this already is a potentiometer with a rather low resistance, it might just choose to cease to function. Okay, let's put the switch to the end bit actually. Gonna make this a bit interesting. Okay, so let's solder the switch to that bit. It is the ground side, right? Yeah. Just to make sure. I should maybe get the camera a bit more this way so you can see more. And now... that one didn't work. The problem with the switch is it has this metal case outside and it gets very, very hot. Yeah, that doesn't wanna go. That is not good. Okay, I do the classic one. I just add it to the potentiometer because having it there doesn't really seem to work. So I'm gonna put that one back here. I'm gonna remove this one. And I'm gonna bend that pin up. And I just broke the hot glue. And now we're gonna, oops. So that these two together. Or actually, so the middle one, I don't want this pin I bent up contacting the outside of that. So this one's gonna be a bit interesting again, because I can't really hold the switch while I'm soldering it. Because the casing does get very, very hot very quickly, and yeah. This is probably why I haven't been sharing that many soldering videos, because it's just kind of like a slow, somewhat delicate process. And then of course I have the fail of not including the switch. Also my flux is awful. Okay, it is on. Yeah, you can't see anything, sorry. Okay, it's on. Let's give it a bit of fresh hot glue. It's currently in the off position. That should be enough. That was probably way more than it ever needed. Yeah, this is kind of why I stopped using hot glue. It just forms a blob of that. Okay, let's let that one cool down a bit and add our switch. Probably without breaking the hot glue on this one too. I'm actually running out of these switches. I need to order more. I really should have done this at the lighting is. Not just for the video, but also for me. I don't really see anything. That joint is even worse. But it will live being flicked a couple times. It will survive that. Okay. So now, let's do the actual Voltmod part. Pin 6 over here. And we wanted to use this as our ground. Okay, that one's good. Okay. And let's need to put flux on that. Okay, that one's not really on. Okay. Now that should be everything. This one hardened out. So now we would go to test the card if it survived. Am I gonna put that heatsink back on? Can I just use the heatsink from the other card? That one also has push pins. Ah, no, I can't because it's gonna interfere with the Voltmod. I don't want to reuse this. But I'll probably have to. Okay, actually I'm gonna get some rubbing alcohol and try to get that off. It's helping. And these small movements really shake the camera a lot. Damn. We have it, the RV710. Whoop. I have to clean this one too. Just a little bit so that there's no leftover stuff where the dye will go. Okay, that's probably good enough. So let's just add the appropriate amount of thermal paste. And just plop it back on. This way? No, this way. Getting these back in is also gonna be a problem. Oh man. Whoever designed this heatsink, please never again. Can I maybe do this one with a screwdriver? Yeah. Okay, heatsink's back on. And now we get to test the card. I'm just gonna use alligator clamps on the inductor. So yeah, I'm gonna put the card in the system. Whoop. And see you in a few minutes. So, card's running. Here we have our default vCore. And I'm now gonna flip the switch. Whoop. And we have 1.28. So as I said, that's the default voltage is gonna be quite high with such a low resistance potentiometer. My card's still running. So we now have a vCore volt mod. You can't really see all the temperature. Oh, you can see a little bit how it goes up. Yeah, and let's test the same. Oh crap, I shorted it again. Yeah, so there's this little multi-layer ceramic because I've been the inductor is a bit too stubby for my alligator clip to latch onto, so I use this pin of the capacitor, and then this little multi-layer ceramic. If I touch it, it shorts up vCore, and the thing shuts down. So yeah. So the memory inductor is a bit better. Okay, it has 1.8 volts default. That's where I'm gonna have to wait for it to post again. There we go. Let's focus back on my screen. There we go. And focus. There we are. No, not Vantage. I guess now we're gonna find out if it does like memory voltage or not. Because if it crashes or artifacts once I turn it on. So I'm gonna flip the switch again. Boom. That's quite high. 2 volts. It's still running though. So I'm gonna turn it off again because I don't really know where, like it's well actually it's DDR2. DDR2 takes like 2.1 volts, no problem. So yeah, it should be fine. On the GDDR3 cards, it's gonna be a different. It's gonna be like 1.5 volts instead. But yeah, both the volt mods work. Card's still alive. So now I can do some testing with the card, basically, because I want to know how. Yeah, like basically, I want to know how the scaling is, like basically how the core scales. The memory volt mod was just a why not. Mostly I want to know what the core does, like how the core works. I think I'm also gonna add a voltage measurement point. Yeah, I should add a voltage measurement point because that capacitor, if I just touch it a little bit, it just shorts out and crashes the card. Well, not just crashes the card, it just shuts it off. So I'm gonna do that still, but that's off screen. It's not gonna be that important. The important part is like how the volt mod works, because it's gonna be very, very similar for all the other RV710 cards. Most of them have VRM setup just like this one. So here's yeah, I think this serves as a pretty good example on how to volt mod these for Cheapaz chips. Tag also did a video on how to volt mod them. He went a little bit more into detail. Like he didn't show the actual volt mod, he just showed the he took a higher resolution image and showed like where exactly to connect things and stuff. So basically my video is like a practical version of that, just showing me doing it. But yeah, do check his videos out as well if you want to. He's been pumping out some pretty good content as of late, so look up Tag XLC with 2 G's. Cool guy, also doing Cheapaz chips, of course. And yeah. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye.